Hi there. I'm Pete Smith.
Rich Smith.
And we're back in Bloomfield in the Watsessing Park area. Actually, we're in Watsessing Park right now.
One and only.
We're gonna look at some old places that we used to hang out at. This video might bring back some good memories, and it might bring back some bad memories too. And so hopefully we're just gonna try and be respectful of you know, those memories, because there was some really good times and also some really bad things happened in this park. So there were people that died and did not survive. Fortunately, my brother and I did. Through the grace of God. And I'm grateful for that.
Amen.
So we're here. This is Watsessing Park. From right over here is Mayolis Ave, where actually our cousins live, the Cosgroves. Our cousin is still there. Our aunt and uncle, Fran and Jim, passed.
And somebody else lived a block over from there.
Somebody lived a block over. Who? Oh yeah. Well, that's where we lived, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we were over on Evergreen, the next block over that way. And then you had Llewellyn down there, which we almost covered in our last video, but didn't.
And a few of our pals lived there, like Mike Carter.
You had Carter down there, and
the Zupas.
And
there's a couple others. We'll probably
Frank
leave out
on Facebook.
Frank Palladino lived up that way, Brighton Ave, I believe. Yeah. No, he lived on, who knows what the street was, but hi, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Okay.
A lot of people down that
Andrew,
way.
Durienzo, Corbett.
Durienzo.
Yeah, we just mentioned a few. If you're not mentioned, please don't be offended. We're a little old now.
Yeah.
Well, we love you.
My friend Dave Ecker's down that way.
Dave Eckers.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Anyway,
Ray
that's
Davis.
the Llewellyn side.
Yeah, that's Llewellyn side,
Down there. And this side is heading up towards Bloomfield Center.
Paul Clype was our neighbor, Billy Abenshawn.
Oh, Frankie Borick.
Frankie Borick's. They're on our street.
Yeah, they're all in Evergreen.
Mike Parisi, Mike, we love you.
Love you, Mike.
And there's just so many people that are just all part of the crew.
What was his name? Mike Supa? No. What was the guy who lived on Evergreen? The young.
That's Mike Parisi.
No, the other Mike. Zupa. Not Damon Zupa, but Damon
Supa, yeah, Supa.
I don't know.
I
can't remember everybody.
But anyway, there's just so many of them, and it was all a great posse. It was.
Yeah, and we got some beautiful trees in this park, and as you can see where we're sitting, there's a bench back there called the back bench, which we will point out. The bridge.
Oh.
The bridge. Has anyone seen the bridge?
Ha
That confounded bridge.
That confounded bridge.
And then over there is the White House. You see some construction going
Pete,
on.
You got a quick story about the White House?
The White House, yes.
The slippery, slidey.
we were kids then. We weren't hanging out causing too much trouble in the park at that point. But Mom and Toby went on a vacation or something. They were away. And we used to go in the bocce ball courts there and play wiffle ball, especially when it was raining.
Oh, yeah.
Because the grass was so short and you could slide like forever on that thing. And there was like 10 of us in that bocce ball court, sliding all over the place in the rain. And the cops came and they more or less arrested us. I mean, we were kids, but they called our Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben, God rest his soul.
Come and get us.
Everybody knew Uncle Ben.
Come and get us from the bocce ball court.
Yeah.
And yeah. Well, those are famous bocce ball courts. They say they have they had tournaments for like, all over the. I don't know if it's the country or the world.
May I say, when I lived in
Jersey,
Key West, they had big tournaments down there.
Oh yeah.
A big. You're right. It's a big thing.
Big thing, bocce ball.
But that was a lot of fun. I think that a few of the fellows would get up on the roof too and
Oh yeah,
do whatever.
on the roof
yeah.
up there.
Yes.
Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Oh no, I don't think I
They're
can.
doing
But
construction over there, it looks like.
yeah, they're doing something. Spending some money on fixing some stuff over there. It looks amazing. They got big trucks and little trucks and lots of things.
Yeah, and we did also, and they still have another baseball diamond down here. We
Yeah.
There's the one further down, which
Right,
we just
right,
played
right.
for Sunday after Sunday. We'd play other taverns too. We had with
Tavern.
Bob Smith and his brother Red, who was the pitcher. We had Joey Forte and Steve Mealy, and Chris, I forget his last name, Jerry Lavaca, and
How about Pat Johnston? Did he play over there?
Pat didn't play with us, but we did have
Carter.
games but there was a crew from the Marquee Lounge. We had such a great team. We
Oh, the
played
Marquee Lounge crew.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we had a team for 3-4 years that we'd like win 60 games and lose 5 every year. We were unbeatable. And then the thing was that whoever lost would have to host the other team at their tavern. It was just phenomenal. Great ball players we were.
Yeah, there was some great ball players.
And
Our
it's-
brother Joe was an amazing ball player.
Oh, Joey was something
He
else.
still plays. Still plays
Still
hardball.
plays. I gave it up when I started my seizures. But incidentally, I just want to mention Joe Entile. I don't know if he still lives down there, but he was part of the crew too.
Yeah,
he
Entile.
became the big shot in the fire department.
Yeah, Chief. I think.
Chief, yes, of Bloomfield.
Chief Entile.
We can't leave Joe out.
No, there's a lot
And
of
Joey
people down
lived
this
right
area.
down
Wow.
there too. Joey Forte, right over
Joey
there.
Forte.
Right over there. Little
Oh,
Joe.
come on, guys, we're gonna have a cake party.
Yeah, hey Joey. Hey. And he was another tough character like Steve Miller. They're
Yeah.
short, but they had a pack.
Yeah.
They
Ripped.
could throw. Oh boy. So this is the neighborhood. Basically, this was the center of it all for the south end of Bloomfield. It
Yeah,
started out the other
Watsessing
end of
Park.
from the high school down here. And this was the park.
Yep. So should we visit some of these?
I'd sure
go
like
to the bridge, maybe.
I'd sure like to.
All right, we're not gonna walk and talk so much today.
No, I'd
we'll
rather
just go
sit
over
down.
there.
A little hot out today and humid.
All right.
Again, we're old people.
I just real quick now. I don't know if we're gonna use this or not. Maybe we'll cut it, but I think this is the bench where I met Joanne for the
Oh,
first time.
Joanne.
Remember Joanne?
You met her before I did. We'll leave that be, but she was Pete's girlfriend, and then
Joanne, she was so great.
she was our friend.
I was sitting here, or no, she was sitting here with her dog. Remember her dog?
Oh yes, it was the dog's name was it was very
Kelly.
Yes, it
Kelly.
was. That was a little dog the size of my
Kelly.
foot.
Yeah. And she was sitting here, and yeah, I remember she was.
Joanne, did Joanne
She
have
was
two
smoking
different
some
color
really good
eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
had
was
two
like
different-
David Bowie. Had two
Yeah.
different color eyes. God
Yeah.
bless Joanne. She died. She had cancer, and she died fairly young.
Yeah, she did.
But, she lived right over there
Well, she lived right
somewhere.
in between Evergreen and Llewellyn
Yeah.
on Glenwood.
Yeah.
God rest her soul. Good girl.
Yeah. So let's move on to a new spot, eh?
I'm in.
Okay, here we go. Just wanted to point out one of the baseball diamonds that we were talking about. This one is, I don't know what we called this one. Maybe the diamond? I don't know.
Yeah. It wasn't frequented, that one, too much.
No, that was like the plan B
Plan B will
baseball field. If the other one was taken, you might come down here and use that one. Anyway, that's Glenwood Ave there.
Yeah. And this
there.
was here, was Entile's house was back there.
Joe
It
Entile's
still
house
might
back
be the one
there.
back there.
Remember the gas station?
Oh,
up there,
yes.
The station?
Yes,
up
I
near,
do. And Pete,
Johnston's house. And
I had a thought the other night. Who was the older fellow? Was it Louis with the white hair to come down and just help us out? He was a little older guy, and he was somebody's father or uncle.
I don't remember
He actually
him.
helped me once get rid of Christmas trees.
I don't
It's
remember
me and
that.
somebody else. I took Uncle
Did he
Benny's.
work at the gas station?
No, he was just an older guy that
No.
was somebody's relative. He lived on
Relative.
Linden.
Gray hair?
Yeah, grayish white hair. And he
Old,
lived on
like,
Linden.
at that time, he was like our age now, or
Nah, he was, when we were 26, 20, 22, he was like 40 or 50.
Okay.
That was Grant's Nut Shop.
You remember the night that they left the pumps on at the station?
Oh yeah, everybody pulled in. Yeah, we gotta talk about it.
Line them up.
That's right.
People
Yeah.
lined up for a mile, free
Oh.
gas.
That was when the gas shortage, I think, was it?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was during the gas
Yes,
shortage.
it
The
was.
guy left the gas pumps on.
Look at this
The
new
whole
infill.
neighborhood got gas that night.
There's no.
I hope the statute of limitations over for that one.
Oh, that was.
That's the ball field.
Yep, no infield.
That was the big, good field.
And I played left
I
field.
don't know what you would call that field, but that was,
That was it. That's where it all happened.
yeah,
That was a field
it's
that.
not there anymore.
Nope, I loved it. It was just. That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
that was the Mavericks, wasn't it? No, what was the name of the team?
We were
Wasn't it the Mavericks?
Yep. Well, we had
Mavericks.
the Mavericks was another team that,
Oh, that was a different one?
but it was Marquee Lounge. The first.
Okay, yeah, I remember the Marquee Lounge.
And we had with
Team.
Red and Joey played center field.
I
I,
didn't make
was
the
left
cut.
field, and him and me had names Thunder and Lightfoot. Because we were
What,
the two
you
quick-
and Joe?
Yeah, we were the two quickest people
Oh,
around.
man. Thunder and Lightfoot.
Yep.
Look, they got soccer fields now down
Yep,
here.
that's it.
That's a soccer field.
Yep, that's it with the stands here.
Wow.
They have some pretty big matches here.
All right,
You
going
can-
to the
you can
bridge.
see-
So we're approaching the bridge here. And Rich, you were talking about this area over here along the
Yes.
brook.
If you probably just from where the brush begins, about halfway down, there was the brook's behind there. Probably when we were younger, probably in 14, 15, 16, we used to with Kai Claype, God rest his soul, and a couple brothers,
Bobby,
Stevie, our brothers Pete,
bottle
myself.
diggers. No, I wasn't a
Oh, you
bottle
weren't
digger.
doing it, but
not really.
nonetheless, we would dig on the banks of the brook. We'd collect very old bottles, 100 years old. I don't know what happened to them. I think one of the brothers might have some still, but that's where we would spend days digging. Sometimes cutting school, other times in the summertime. But a lot of very ancient bodies down in the banks of the brook over there. So that
Did you
was
say
a lot
bottles
of
or
fun.
bodies?
Not bodies. Very good. If there were
I thought
bodies,
he said bodies.
I hope the police are not listening, but it wasn't bodies. It was bottles.
There was bottles. It was like a, it must have been a dump at one time there.
It could have been.
I'm pretty sure that's what
I will give you a little bit of advice for all you bottle diggers.
diggers.
And it has to do with drinking.
Okay.
I've found out that when you do go digging for bottles, if you see any old outhouses from 100 years ago, dig around them. Because that's where there's
Good
very
advice.
old drinking bottles, because people used to go sneak a drink
Bottles.
out near the outhouses.
Oh,
And
that's why?
I've read up on it. Yep.
Oh, stay warm while doing a little business.
Yes, or also to hide. That's where they go out
Oh,
there
to
to
hide.
take their nips. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I read. Little
Thinking
tip.
the wife doesn't want you drinking out there in the
Just a
gotta
little
go
tip I
take a
heard.
poop.
That's all.
and
I have
all
not.
right, we're approaching the bridge. Okay, so this is pretty amazing. We're approaching the bridge, and you can't even hardly see the bridge at this point.
Question.
I'm not sure if this is because people are just not working and cutting things, because of the quarantine, the work stopped, and it just got so overgrown. Maybe.
Pete, question.
Yeah.
Was it a wooden bridge back then? I don't think, or was it metal?
I remember metal.
Yes, me too. Look at it.
This is a wooden bridge now.
Was it this high? I don't think.
No, it was not. This is like almost higher than chest high, this bridge now. But it's still nice.
And
There's the brook. There's fish.
yes, there's little minnows in there. Again, it looks wider to me. Maybe it's because I got skinnier.
Yeah, maybe you lost a little.
But Pete, even the angle where you leave the bridge looks like it is
Changed.
more of a cut.
Yeah,
But
change the angle.
Maybe it's just, I don't know, so many years. This is amazing.
Peaceful.
And I hate to say again, on our little documentary, for lack of a better word, that, and I'm sorry to say, most of my time here I was in a different state of mind, so maybe that's why it's so overwhelming to see all this. But oh, and look at
Yeah,
that,
it was a rough
beautiful,
time, you know, the
beautiful
teenage
cardinal
years.
over there.
Wow.
That's an omen, folks. A cardinal right there. Can you focus in on it, Pete?
If I shut the camera off, I might be able to. Let me check.
Nope, he's gone. He's
I'm
gone.
Going on the other side.
There's a beautiful cardinal. There he is. But I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if the light will catch
No,
him.
I can't see him
But
with
folks,
the light.
I'm talking about the past. There's many people we've lost, and that is one heck of an omen.
Yeah.
Another lesson.
So this brook would go up into Bloomfield Center, up near that area, near
Yes.
the train station. And
And
this way here curves.
yes, you can see
And
where
we'll
it
go
branches
around and
off
see
right
it goes
here.
under the railroad tracks.
And
here.
here's the trestle we've been talking about.
Yeah, this is amazingly. Oh, look, there's a little path in here.
Oh,
Maybe some people are still digging bottles.
I'll have to investigate that, although I do not like poisonous and that.
You mean like poison ivy?
Yeah, I'm allergic to it. Here's the trestle. Look at the graffiti.
Wow.
It's different than our graffiti. And you still, look, Pete, there's our answer.
Huh.
Here it is, folks. Pete, we got a lot of stories and whatnot. This is,
All new graffiti. All new.
we used to have up there,
People just come,
lumped,
grow up,
Lump
leave,
Kai.
hopefully make it through and get on with their lives. Some did not.
yeah,
Lunk. Is that still up there? You don't see that
I was
somewhere.
gonna, I kind of cut you off about the whole thing here with graffiti.
Well, just that, you know, there used to be the graffiti from our days, and now it's graffiti from today, you know. And hopefully these people who write this graffiti will make it through the bridge and go on to have happy, successful lives. It was fun. It was exciting. It was a part of growing up, but at the same time, it's a hard lesson that does not necessarily need to be learned so severely. It seems like it's everything at the time, right? I mean, didn't it seem like this was everything to your life? This sort
It
of
does.
hanging out.
It does, and what strikes me is, I'm thinking here that I can remember Hole, H-O-L-E, and that was Forte, and I remember Kai and Lunk, that was me, L-U-N-K, and assorted other names of all of us, and who knows how long that them names were up before that was covered with another assortment of names, and knows how long they were up before this could have been 5 times over. But and so their stories, I don't know what happened to them, but as Peter just said, it's a legacy in their own right. And you know, we survived, but Kai, God rest his soul, he, you know, everybody went through their own joys and pains, so it's
Some did not make it.
right, and
And
it's
some were severely affected to the point where maybe their lives still aren't
right.
back in shape, you know?
And the crux of it all is that we weren't out to do destruction. We weren't out looking for pain. We were having fun in a innocent way, but you know, sometimes destruction and pain come with it. So that's what you need to be careful of.
It seemed innocent, but
Yeah,
looking back, it was pretty dangerous.
it was.
And there's a choice. There comes a time when you make a choice. And
What was
you're
the
responsible
feelings?
for your choices.
What are the feelings of when you do this? That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't remember really, but I know that I'm here today, and I made that choice, and I think it was not only my decision per se, it was like just, it happened.
And thank God we had some sort of intervention, right? I mean,
Yes,
really.
that's what you well said. Pete.
God, or
Well
a
said.
higher power, as you might understand it,
Well said. And
comes into your life
and that's
gives you an opportunity
yeah,
to grow out of it, to grow
Right.
through this, to get through this.
and that's just my experience with Pete's. I'm
Mine
not
too,
trying
yeah.
to sell nothing here.
No.
But here's the, if you want to just crawl under here a little bit, Pete, for a couple funny remarks. If right here you could climb and get on top of this cage, and we would get on top of this cage right here. This piece, actually I believe it was a little, not as steel as it is now, but nonetheless, we'd get up here and we'd sit here and do whatever.
Yeah.
And it would go all the way down, and then people like Ty or Timmy, which were a little, Timmy Millie, which are a little smaller, they would go walking on these girders. Is that what it's called, girders?
Yeah.
And they would actually do stand-ups or whatever.
Handstands.
Come on, boy, how you doing? And then go to the other side. You know, darts. We forgot about darts.
Wow.
Little
Oh,
darts. I
man.
believe darts left us to a better place.
Really?
But yes, I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I am.
I hope not.
But and I mean, there's just a lot of wild stuff that used to be done up here. And it was just fun. We thought we were having fun, and which we were. But this was just what it was all about. This was home to us. This was it.
I think somebody once said it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt.
Well said.
And it was. It was.
And look, you know, we'd come down from the tracks onto this. This was
Yeah.
just. This was just
Yeah,
it.
if you
Howdy.
go up here, this is the tracks up here.
That's it.
And
With a big locomotive would go by. Toot toot.
wow.
And if you swing around here, you get a little view of the Troy Towers from this end. Can't really see. Oh, you get a little glimpse of it here. There's the Troy Towers right over there.
Rich, there's that old fence. Remember in the old video we were talking about the fence?
That's right. That's the old type. We were talking about that in the other film.
Got the spikes on there.
That's the real live spikes.
The whole park was surrounded by that type of a fence. It was kind of
There it
dangerous.
is.
Very strong though. Yeah, Troy Towers, where we would jump in the pool there. And the PAL over there.
Dangerous, Pete.
Yeah, it could be dangerous. We're up here on the tracks. The old days, we wouldn't hesitate to walk down there to the wind tunnel.
Well, that's one of the reasons, because the trains rarely came.
That's true. Not like today. They got trains all the time. But this way is the Bloomfield station. And that's what we called the wind tunnel, which was basically a place where you could hang out at night and maybe if it was raining or bad weather, start a fire down there.
Oh yeah, had many bonfires.
And
We also used to have a swing up there.
swing? Really?
Yes.
I don't remember the swing.
We had a big rope, and I think Darts might have made it with wiremen. Forgot about Mark Wireman.
Firemen, plugs.
Plugs, and we made a big swing there. We'd swing back and forth on it. Plus, that was big graffiti wall down there.
Well, we're not sure if we should go down there or not at this point.
No, there's plenty of walking room on the left-hand side, but nonetheless,
There's Troy Towers. I don't know, did they fill in their pool? Wasn't the pool this
it was
like right
it was
there?
right there.
Was it
Or
further?
was it? No. Good question. I think it was in between the two.
Okay.
Or was it? I do not remember.
All right, we're gonna have to do a game plan here. So
I think the old tracks.
I'm a little nervous walking down here.
In what sense?
I don't know. I feel like I'm maybe back in the day, or
Yeah, well, that's kind of
maybe just like since I'm adult and everything, like shouldn't be up here, you know.
as you were just saying before, Pete. I think that's a sense of responsibility that we get over the years.
So this is the wind tunnel. You remember the wind tunnel, Rich?
This is it. This is the place where it was one of our havens.
What's this sign?
I'm telling you, folks, this was it. The wind tunnel. Many a day and night in this. This was
I just remember some really cold nights being up here and having a fire in the like a drum, a 55-gallon drum somebody would have or whatever, or you know, just trying to stay warm and people hanging out. I remember a keg or two up here.
Oh, sure. This was. Look at the.
Crazy.
You can see where people have had fire since.
Yeah.
And if you go all the way down, it's just covered with graffiti. If you see right on the top of the cement here, it goes to a little flat piece, and that goes right up to here. This is the parkway, folks.
Yeah. We're underneath the park.
We'd have people go up there, darts again. He was always doing things, darts. And he'd go up to the top of it, I remember. There's a lot of RIPs here of people now. Some great graffiti now. Up here, I'm looking for some of our graffiti. I doubt you'll see it. It's been so long.
Yeah, 50 years. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a long time. You see 2020 some of it, so it's not long ago that people have been up here. 3 months in the last 4 months, 5 months. Well, actually it's going on 6 months, but. So people do come up here still. Sporky, I've seen his name a couple times already in big letters. Look at these. Ooh.
Wow, nice cool breeze through here too. You
Beautiful.
notice
now.
that?
Beautiful. And this is where we walk down to the tavern through here.
Yeah, this would take you eventually to Westinghouse.
Right, which is right across the street from the Dirt Club.
Right.
That area.
Westinghouse and Floyd Field.
Floyd Field. That
Floyd
was on
Field.
Felton.
Felton
Field.
Yeah.
Well, they did know it as Floyd Field too.
And then there was that, what was that bar over there? You remember that bar?
Was that
Just
the one?
past there, on the right?
It was an Irish
know.
name.
I guess it's not really that important, but I remember there was a place that people liked over there.
Tommy something.
Tommy something?
Was the name of the guy on it. Tommy. That'll take you right down to the back bench there if you cross the brook.
Yeah. Hey, let's go down to the back bench. What do you think? Let's have a seat at the back bench.
This was the wind tunnel though.
Yeah.
So, might as well get out of here before a train hits us because it's active tracks.
Hey, don't play on the tracks, guys. Really.
That's
seriously.
it. We were more fortunate that they didn't have many trains running here.
It was a different time.
45 years ago.
Don't do as we did. Do as we say.
Yes.
Seriously, it makes sense. I know, I used to hate when people would say that. I used to know a guy that, you know, he would say, Peter, don't do as I did, do as I say. And I would be like, that doesn't make sense. But it actually makes sense as you get older. You don't have to experience everything for yourself. Take older people's advice and listen to it. Because they've done it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go through all the pain. People that have gone through this are telling you the truth. This graffiti looks cool. Hanging out looks like a lot of fun. But you don't want to get caught up in that. You want to do something better with your life. Believe me, the graffiti gets covered over, right?
I said it before.
We haven't seen a Lunk yet.
I'm the lunkhead. That's what they call me.
Haven't seen Lunk's name at all. It's
Lunk
gone.
the drunk. It's gone. I'm still here, fortunately.
Fortunately, he's still here. But your graffiti will get covered up. Nobody will remember you. A
Right.
couple old guys might come by and make a YouTube video.
Right, like us now, but
And that's
tell you
it.
what, I have
and
memories.
you give up your life for that, boy, it's sad.
I have memories, but that's about it.
I got some memories. I wouldn't say they're all bad
No.
or all good. They just,
It's in between, but
there are memories, but
you know, I'm thinking of the next person.
there's a lot of things that, I'm not going to say I regret them, but I missed out on quite a bit as a teenager. I wished I had stayed more in the school crowd and done some like activities in school, in high school. You know, like music or some sort of club, you know, filmmaking club or acting, theater. But I was too busy hanging out in the wind tunnel
That's-
and the park, and I missed out on a lot.
If I may insert too, I was a hell of a ball player on that field. And
There you go.
I'm not bragging, it's the truth.
No, you were.
But you
were
know
great,
what?
man. John.
What I was saying is that, even like Pete's saying, I had it going with that. But
Oh, the baseball.
yeah, but it's just,
You were a
like
great
if I
baseball
could turn
player.
back the hands of time, I wish I could have stopped somewhere with all the BS. And now I can't even play any of that no more. And yeah, some of it's age, but most of where I am now is, well, I don't know where I'm going with that. You can edit that.
There goes the train.
We got off there just in time.
Okay, so we are approaching what was known as the back bench.
The back bench. That's a classic word, the back bench. Oh, and remember, I forgot all about the little hole there in the.
Me too.
I would never remember that. Whoop, easy, Pete. There we go. I'm on the other side of the
Forgot
bench.
all about that. That says 1967.
I don't recall seeing that, but
So that's fairly new, 1967. I mean, not fairly new, but
what was that again for, Pete?
What?
Just recently.
420 is smoking marijuana.
That's right. Okay.
So happy 420 would mean smoking a little marijuana. I don't smoke that stuff no more.
No, I don't smoke it either, but that's happy 420.
So here we are at the back bench. Out there is Glenwood Ave. Over to our left is the Half Moon.
Oh shit.
To our right is the other field. Oh boy, sit on the glasses.
Okay. Yeah, folks, here we are. And this is a lot of memories here. This is, I guess, kind of like the day it is now. We used to hang out here, take it all in them days. Actually, a friend of ours has a lot of pictures of this.
There's Rich Smith on the back bench.
Just like the old days. We used to hang here. It's kind of like if we were doing anything, I don't want to say illegal, but if we just wanted to keep things quiet, we'd sit back here because it was kind of like away from everything.
Yeah, I remember that feeling.
And we'd have like 6, 7 of us hanging out here. Donnie Coleman. We didn't mention Donnie and Ed before.
Yeah, Donnie and Ed.
Donnie and Ed, they were aces. They were just really solid people.
Yep.
And they were down back here a lot. Good people.
That's
Yeah.
always a plus.
And you know what was nice about the back bench is that it was pretty much of a centered place. You had the half and half. The half and half.
Half and half. The guy's thinking about
That's-
coffee now.
That's coffee. I need a coffee. You thought about the
He
Half
needs a
Moon
Dunkin'
Bridge.
Donut
Dun-
coffee with some half and half.
Excuse me, folks. The Half Moon Bridge. We had the trestle with the Troy Towers. You had the baseball field. Then you had Joey Forte if you needed a ride. Then you had Steve Milley a couple blocks in, Paul Clayby and company over there. Then you had Zinks, Bobby Lynch, and the crew over there. And then you had Bloomfield Center, a bunch of people in there. Joe Entile, of course. You had everybody. So this was like the center spot here on the back bench. So, you know, this was like, you sit here and you get your head straight. You said anything I needed, all the folk were around, so.
And yet you were out of the way. Like,
Exactly.
if people were going to be like congregating, they would be over at the bridge or somewhere else, but the back bench was a little bit more private. Like
Right.
you could see everything, but you were away from it all.
All right, maybe like Pete got it right. Maybe this is like your office.
Yeah,
Like you just
a little bit like an
straighten
office.
things out and say, okay, where can I help the next fellow, or where can I just set it up? And it was good too. I'm not making it sound like it was some mafia thing. It was just, this was it. So
We weren't in the
anyway, look at that.
we weren't in the Irish
Nice set of
mob.
wheels.
No, we were not.
No, so feels good to sit here. A nice breeze.
Yeah.
Feeling good here, not feeling like I did back then sometimes.
Yep.
Another thing which I'm feeling now is that for the youngsters, you know, me and my brother sitting here feeling good, you know, and feeling safe, and you can feel that way. What we're doing now is good. And this park looks pretty good. So from a whole different perspective.
Yep.
What do you think, Pete?
It's funny, I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, when I was a kid or teenager sitting here, what my life was going to be, how it was going to turn out, you know. And here I am, 50 years later.
Uh-huh.
No, I guess it's 40 years. I would have been 17, I'm 57, I'm 58. Yeah,
You're 58.
yeah, 58. So
I
I
thought
think
you were
that's
older. No, I thought you were younger.
17, that's 40 years. 40 years
Get
later.
that cute face in there.
You know, you don't know.
Get
40
your face
years,
in
you're
there.
like, wow, where am I going to be in 40 years? I used to think,
Dead.
well, when I was a kid, I thought I would be like, you know, by the time I was 40, I would be set, you know, with a yacht and, you know, just living life large, you know. But be honest, to really be clear about things, a lot of this, you know, park and partying and things, it took me away from all that and made it difficult to get back. I got back at a young age, and so did you, but still, there was some years lost, some important years, you know, school and education, college, didn't, you know, and then trying to struggle back. And no, I'm don't get me wrong, my life is good. My life is good, and I thank God that I got sober, really. I do. I thank God I got sober because it gave me another chance. But
Right, and it's
there's some good times here and
all relative, you know. It's
some not so good. So, you know, it is. It's all relative. I don't regret it. It was a good life. It was good, you know, being a teenager in Bloomfield, and Watsessing Park was, you know, my friends. But I remember writing like some poetry and stuff back then, and it was like, my friends were everything, you know? I remember writing that. Like, my friends were everything to me at that point. It seemed like that was never going to change.
yeah.
Like, that was the strongest bond. You were never going to, like, that was never going to go away. And unfortunately, to some extent,
Yeah. No, I mean, I think about now,
it wasn't really true.
the friends from back then,
And yet
I
it was.
might see one of them or two of them in the last 35, 40 years. And that's nobody's fault. It's just it's how
Like a
it
little
is.
plug here for the Watsessing Athletic Club. Some of those guys, Mike Carter and Pat Johnston, and you know, a couple of other.
Freddie Baker.
There you go, Dargenios, and the crowd over there from Grant's Nut Shop, Harry Abramowski, and
Oh,
and
yeah.
what's his name?
Dargenios.
Ralph Icabella. was it?
Icabelli, Freddie Milano, Pittsburgh
Anyway.
Pirates fan.
They got that. Thank God they got the Bloomfield
Billy
Watsessing
Abinshon.
Athletic Club with Billy Abinshon and
Charlie Rocco.
Frankie Borak and all them guys. And, you know, they do keep it going as far as friendship. And, you know, there's some...
A lot of
They
charities
help
and
out.
benefits.
They help
yeah.
out. Yeah, they help out with a lot of people and, you know, try and keep things together. And God bless those guys. Watsessing Athletic Club.
Good,
Love 'em.
good job. And I always say I'm going to go to one. I'm going to this year.
You got it on film, guys. He said he's going. Mike Carter. I can't force him. You
Mike, I'm
you
going to
heard
be
him
there.
say it. I know you're going to text me and say, you know, make sure Richie comes.
Mike, I'm going to go there. I'm going to.
Don't count on it.
All
You
right.
know? I mean, okay.
I saved up enough money, Mike.
Whoa. You only need money for a soda. Come on.
I'm good. I'm good for it, Mike. You know I love you. All right.
Yeah.
You've always looked out for me, Mike. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Mike's a
All
good
the
guy.
boys have.
All those
I'm
guys.
I'm the lunk still, but I don't act like the lunk no more.
There you
How's
go.
that? All right.
So,
Yeah, this has been a good day down here.
yeah.
It really has. It's brought back a lot of memories, mostly good.
I know there's a lot of people we probably maybe didn't mention
John Lamani, he's one of my partners. I'm sorry,
I
John.
forget
You
all
and
about the
Tracy,
guys
God
that I
bless
hang out
you.
with Timmy and Tommy.
Timmy and Tommy Smitty. Come on, Tommy.
Jim Cos.
Jim Cos.
And
Johnny.
Jeffrey.
Johnny Cos.
Jeffrey, what's his name? Dina Cola.
Dino and Mark. I see you out in the rig still. You know, I put about
God
15
bless you
years
all.
in that tractor trailer too, by the way. Man, then started having my seizures, and oh boy, forget about it. But yeah, see, like we sit here and we come up with another 36 names, but you know, we're getting old. I keep saying that we're getting old. That's a bad excuse too.
But
anyway,
yeah,
you know,
there's a
we
lot
love
of
you all.
Ungerma, who may be providing us with some photos.
Yes, and there's Ronnie and
So
Rob
many
on the
photos in
line
here
too.
that
Let's not
probably
forget
Ungermas.
that.
Ron
And we got
Rob,
Flash.
twins.
Flash.
Flash.
All right. Oh, there's someone. Louis Gatto. Jimmy,
Gatto.
God rest his soul. I think we mentioned him. Kai, Paul
All the
Clayton.
girls, Lori,
All the
Clay,
girls, oh.
all the Clay girls.
Forget about it. Maria,
Leslie, Lori,
Marie and
Audrey,
Chris.
Kenny Clay, Stephen
Chris Herr.
Clay, Chris Herr, Stephen Herr,
Stephen Herr.
Maria,
Al Gregg.
Daisy.
Al.
Al
We're
Gregg.
seeing you on Facebook all the time.
Yeah,
Al's
people
very-
are still in
Cosmo,
touch.
Cos.
Oh, remember Cosmo? Yeah, he's on Facebook, huh?
I ain't seen him
Lori,
in a while.
remember
Lori Clay.
No, the other Lori.
Laura, yeah, I ain't heard from her in a while. Laura.
Laurel.
Laurel, yeah.
Laurel.
Oh, forget it.
And
Man, it just
yeah,
goes on and on and
I can't
on.
even think of them all. There's so many of them.
But they were all part of it down
Mike
here.
Shavaro.
Michael Shavaro. Mike, how you
Shavaro.
doing? Man, it's been,
Who else?
forget about it. It's just, and they were, again, I just can't continue to say it. They're all part of it down here. Not over there, they're down here.
And it's some that passed. I don't want to go through the ones that passed,
Yeah.
but there's some that didn't make it. I can think of a few right off the top of my head. Didn't
The
make it.
beauty of it though, Pete, was that any given night you could have somebody else walk in the park on some night. All these names we've mentioned.
Yeah,
You didn't know who was going to come say hello, but everybody did.
yeah.
And looked out for each other.
And there was groups from other areas. that
Yes,
come in.
yeah. Bombo,
Bombo, yeah.
George Wenzel.
Oh, George.
Man.
Oh, man. Manly, right? Wasn't he the Manly?
Yes, he was a
Worked in
manly man. Oh, we go through the manly people.
Oh,
Forget about it.
Manly.
Our brother Stevie, Vinny.
Steve, Vin.
Oh,
Gene had his
Bobby.
crowd. Mike
So-
Connors and
Oh, sure.
Gene's whole crowd
Kelly.
there with the Bradley
Dennis
girl
Kelly.
and
Dennis Kelly.
Dennis
What
Kelly,
was his
Crash
nickname?
Kelly.
Crash.
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 He's still
Why did he
going.
get the name
He's
Crash?
around. I don't know. I don't think he ever got into like a big accident. Maybe. Maybe he got in a
Crash.
big accident.
What
Crash.
what did we call
Crash Kelly.
Bobby Smith? Did he have a
Bubba?
nickname? Bubba. Yeah.
Bubba.
Everybody had a nickname. Did you have a
Yeah.
nickname?
Not really. No, Greaser.
Greaser.
That was Mike Carter's name.
Brother Steve was
Greaser. Greaser Hodge.
And Greaser. Steve was Herc, right?
Herc, yeah. Brother Steve was Herc.
Oh, forget about
Joe.
it. So, you know, that's just... so anyway, it's been a good day, like I said, right, Pete?
Yeah, been a real good day, and God bless all the Bloomfield Watsessing crowd.
Yep. Yeah. The sounds of
Freddie,
silence.
remember Freddie? Ralph's friend, Freddie. from over there at Grant's Nut Shop, Freddie. Forget his
Freddie
last name.
Milano, I mentioned him. He's a
Oh, you
big
mentioned
Pittsburgh
him.
Pirates fan.
Okay.
Pirates stink, Freddie.
Who else? Anybody else we can think of off the top of our heads real quick that we want to give a shout out to?
Yes. On the other side of Linden going right, there was some people right there on the left-hand side. Danny, something, there was a couple brothers. When you go up Linden,
Who's the real tough guy? The one that...
Johnny Mulligan.
Yeah, Mulligan's.
Yeah, Johnny Mulligan. He ended up working in a hairdressing place on the corner of whatever, Bloomfield Avenue. When I was married, he was working up there. Good guy, Johnny. He
Yeah.
sobered up. And,
Oh, yeah?
oh, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you're watching, just a little plug here. Sobriety is good, man. I just gotta say that.
Man.
Good life.
Pete went in before me, and Pete gave me my 90-day pin, and meant the world to me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that life has been good, but I've been well enough to get through it all. That's my point.
That's right.
Not sometimes it's been rough, but
Yeah. But you have a way to get through it. Here's a bus. Another one rides the bus. Let's see. I don't know what bus that would be. Maybe
can I make one more plug?
29? No.
If it's called a plug, we all remember cue ball.
Cue ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there was I'll leave it at that.
Good guy? I remember Dave. I remember the name. I don't really, he was older than me, so.
Dave was wild.
Wow.
Did a lot of time in the clink.
Really? Oh.
I remember. No,
Well,
I'm going
that
to
did
get
happen
into
to a few
stories.
people. That did happen to a few people.
Dave passed away about
What? Really?
10 years ago.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's sad. Well, there was people that didn't make it. A number of people that didn't make it. Didn't survive. Just didn't survive the 70s or the 80s, even for that matter, or the 90s. I think Jimmy's gone, if I'm not mistaken. Gone, right?
Yeah, I think. Jimmy had the whitish hair at a young age.
Yeah, tough, big
I
guy.
never remember the night. No.
I think I know what you were talking
The
about.
Pat from East Orange. That little bat this big.
Oh. I know what you're saying now. Stuff like that sticks with you forever. Some of the tougher things that happened,
I was right next to when it happened.
Oh, it's got to be a bad memory.